The sight before us is that of a strong and good nation that stands in silence and remembers those who were loved and who in return loved their countrymen enough to die for them. Yet we must try to honor them, not for their sakes alone, but for our own. And if words cannot repay the debt we owe these men, surely with our actions, we must strive to keep faith with them and with a vision that led them to battle and a final sacrifice. Our first obligation to them and ourselves is plain enough. The United States and the freedom for which it stands, the freedom for which they died, must endure and prosper. Their lives remind us that freedom is not bought cheaply. It has a cost. The willingness of some to give their lives so that others might live never fails to evoke in us a sense of wonder and mystery. And how they must have wished, in all the ugliness that war brings, that no other generation of young men to follow would have to undergo that same experience. As we honor their memory today, let us pledge that their lives, their sacrifices, their valor shall be justified and remembered for as long as God gives life to this nation. And let us also pledge to do our utmost to carry out what must have been their wish, that no other generation of young men will ever have to share their experiences and repeat their sacrifice.
What the fuck you doing in there, you prick?
It's The Great Pumpkin, Pizzaverse, a Halloween story by Bambi Palermo, based on true story. A Pizzaverse Studios production, a Halloween story by Bambi Palermo, based on true story. The wind had that bite to it, the kind that reminds you it's Halloween in the neighborhood. The trees were half naked, the streets littered with candy wrappers and broken promises. Orange light spilled from Willie's pub, where the Pizzaverse crew was carving pumpkins and busting chops like it was an Olympic sport. Inside, sun-grown Tricom was hollering loud enough to wake the dead. "You call that a jack-o'-lantern?" he barked, pointing at Frank Pecoraro's crooked-toothed masterpiece. Frank, puffing on a cigar the size of a zucchini, shot back, "At least my pumpkin don't need a GoFundMe to get carved, pal." The room erupted in laughter, mugs of spiked cider clinking under the amber lights. At the end of the bar sat Bambi Palermo, the boss herself, brown hair glinting in the pumpkin glow, cigar between her fingers like a scepter. Next to her, Agent Lopez nursed a drink, always smirking like a man who knew something everyone else didn't. "You really think this great pumpkin crap's real?" Lopez asked, eyeing the window. Bambi smirked. "In this town, I seen worse. But if he does show up, he better bring cannolis and respect, or I'm carving him too." Across the way, out in a lonesome pumpkin patch by the railroad tracks, Tony Bum Pizza sat on a lawn chair like a prophet gone broke. Wrapped in a cheap wise guy Halloween costume from the discount bin, he talked into his phone like he was calling in miracles. "The great pumpkin's coming for me, capiche?" he muttered. "He's bringing envelopes, cannoli, maybe even a podcast deal. You'll see. You'll all see." From the shadows, Joey, Sessa, and Marta watched him, munching popcorn straight from the bag. "Guy's been out here since Labor Day," Sessa whispered. "Yeah," Marta said. "I heard he tried sacrificing a bologna sandwich to summon it. Didn't work." "Bologna's all he's got," Joey replied, and they both laughed till the fog rolled in thick enough to choke a ghost. Back at Willie's, Admiral Impeach was at the counter wearing an orange trench coat and war room goggles, claiming he'd secured classified candy drops. Angie and Deb Roberts had turned the pool table into a haunted cannoli stand, fog machines hissing around them. Every so often, Angie yelled, "Step right up," Buy 3, get possessed free. Freestyle and black hat music were out in the alley spitting bars to a beatbox track. Monster Mash, Pizzaverse style. The Hindu, dressed like Don Corleone, handed out candy cigars to the kids and whispered, "Someday, and that day may never come, I'll ask you for a Reese's cup." It was chaos, beautiful, stupid, warm-hearted chaos. Then came the rumble. A low growl of an engine from the fog. Tires screeched. Out from the mist emerged a giant Cadillac shaped like a pumpkin. Chrome teeth on the grill, headlights glowing orange. The door swung open, and out strutted Admiral Impeach himself, cigar in hand, looking like the Great Pumpkin's personal chauffeur. "Behold," he bellowed, "the Great Pumpkin has arrived." The crew poured outside, jaws hanging. From the pumpkin patch, Tony Bum fell to his knees. "I knew it. I told you all. He's here for me." Impeach looked at his clipboard. "Actually, no. Says here you're not on the list." Tony wailed, "No! You betrayed me, Pumpkin Lord. I believed in you." Then he collapsed face first into a gourd while Sungrown filmed the whole meltdown for the highlight reel. By midnight, the streets were slick with laughter and spilled cider. Kids ran past, dressed like mini mobsters, carrying fake briefcases full of Milky Ways. Frank Pecoraro led a conga line of drunks singing "That's Amore" through the fog. Bambi and Lopez took a walk down Main Street, the night calm again, jack-o'-lanterns flickering like city lights. The smell of cigar smoke and cinnamon hung in the air. Lopez looked up at the moon. "You ever think, Bambi, maybe the Great Pumpkin is real? You know, some symbol of faith, hope, or whatever the hell people need these days?" Bambi flicked ash off her cigar. "Nah, he's probably just late, like every other guy who owes me money." But then she stopped. Down at the corner, a faint glow caught her eye. One last pumpkin, sitting alone untouched. On it, carved deep and perfect, was the Pizzaverse logo, gold foil gleaming in the moonlight. Lopez whistled low. "You seeing that?" "Yeah," Bambi said, smirking. "That ain't cider. That's the Pizzaverse magic." By dawn, Tony Bum was still mumbling Sinatra to a patch of pumpkins that wanted nothing to do with him. Impeach's pumpkin Cadillac broke down in front of Deb's house. Angie claimed it was haunted now. Sungrown was already selling limited edition Great Pumpkin 2025 hoodies online. Bambi's word to the wise. In this life, cupcakes, you don't wait around for magic pumpkins to show up. You make your own magic, even if it's just a laugh, a cigar, or a cannoli shared with your crew. From all of us in the Pizzaverse, happy freaking Halloween.
She came from the ashes, boots on the floor, fire in her eyes like a storm offshore. Carved her name in the midnight storm, built a world when the world said no. They whisper she's trouble, but they don't know the half. Her silence is sharper than a broken past. She don't chase crowns, she builds her throne. Every scar's a line that she calls home. In a world of golden glass, she's the one that always lasts. 'Cause she's Bambi Palermo, lightning in her veins, a legend written in the thunder and rain. When the lights go down and the crowd fades slow, her story's still burning where the wild winds blow. She don't need saving, she's a proof of grace. Loyal hearts leave a bloodline trace. Every promise she kept, every bridge she burned, taught her the worth of the trust she's earned. She stands for the lost, the ones unheard, a quiet storm that shakes the earth. There's loyalty etched in every fight, legacy born in the dead of night. She's the kind they'll talk about in bars and songs when the next dreamer comes along. You can see her name in the smoke and flame, every shadow still speaks her name. Yeah, she's Bambi Palermo, lightning in her veins, a legend written the proof of grace. Loyal hearts leave a bloodline trace. She's got ghosts that ride shotgun, but they bow when the dawn comes. She turns pain into melody and mercy into legacy. Bambi Palermo, queen of the flame. The world will remember